Hey guys, welcome back to the 2019 Banvil Silverline here, or excuse me, Envirofan Silverline. This one's the chrome finish model, and it is the current Silverline you can buy. Last time you saw it, I compared it to its predecessor Silverline. Now I want to compare it to a rare predecessor, a Palco made Silverline. So this is one I've had for quite a while now. This particular one came out of a storage facility with a twin. The other one, I have one, the other one went to WeFire. And it is a little careworn compared to the other Silverlines I own. A couple spots of rust on the motor. The Silverline is starting to come off. The bearings are horrendous on this thing. But yeah, it's a Palco one though, so it's cooler than the others, right? So there's the label, as you can see. I believe that means it's from 1988. I could be mistaken, though. But, yeah. Now, before I get going, I do want to point out something about this. And that's pertaining to the blade design. The current one obviously has these redesigned blades here. If the camera would focus. Whoops. There we go. Actually, I have the old one right here. How handy. You can see how they've redesigned it, removed the pattern there, and the rivets are a little further apart. And what I thought was interesting was, when I saw it side by side with the Palco, look how similar that blade is. So their gold lines are starting to look like the Palcos again, and the silver lines are starting to have the blades from the Palcos again. I mean, even the bracket is pretty much the same. So that's pretty cool. So anyways, yeah, without further ado, let's get it started. I have adjusted the speed trim finally on the control too, so you guys are welcome. So the first thing you'll notice is the Palco one is already faster than the current one. The one thing good on that fan, other than its performance, is the capacitor. Excuse me. I don't know what part of the storage facility this thing was in, but wherever it was, it certainly got weathered. And who knows, maybe this thing sat down in storage before it was used. I will be doing an individual test video of this fan later. I just wanted to start off by demonstrating it with the current one. So on low, it's already going almost twice as fast. Getting some cool flashes here from the chrome line, excuse me, from the chrome silver line from my work light I'm using. Thanks to daylight savings time, it's a little darker now when I film. When I get out of work, it's going to be dark. So, unfortunately, that's kind of the situation now. But I think it looks pretty good. The overhead lights are kind of annoying when I'm filming. The only problem is it's too dark out here for me to see without them, so it's kind of a win-lose or lose-lose situation. You can already hear the bearings of that Palco one, too. I'm going to be honest, I can already feel a breeze, a pretty strong breeze, and it's not coming from this Silverline, I'll say that. Let's crank it up a little bit. Like about a quarter-ish turn. Switch to wide angle here. There we go. A little closer. That's good. That Palco one is already flying. Yeah, I realize I forgot to film this fan. I'm kind of an idiot. Considering this one is probably the rarest Silverline I now own. But I'll make up for that, I promise. That's why I'm giving it 2 videos. Yeesh. That's extremely loud. Those bearings are bad. I oiled them, and I let the fan run overnight and through the day. It seems to have made it worse. Also, it seems to be keep getting faster even though I haven't touched the control. I guess they're a little slow. Oh, they're Silverlines. Of course they're slow. All right, there's medium. Yeah, I don't like the quality of the wide angle. Criminy, that's medium? I gotta be honest, I didn't really test the speed. I didn't really test the Palco on the speed control. It seems to really hate this control because it's already getting close to high and we're barely on medium. I will say this, that is a very, very strong breeze coming from the Palco, though. Oh well, for all the good it will do. Here's another quarter turn. Now this one can start catching up to it. Oh, and by the way, for the sake of my anxiety, the Palco hangs about 1 inch closer to the ceiling than the regular Silverline. So I took down the Comfort Breeze only because they came within less than ½ an inch of each other. And I really don't want anything to happen to that Comfort Breeze. Because if the Silverline hit the Comfort Breeze, well, I think we know which one will win that fight. And I don't want to dent my poor Palco. No, I'm just kidding. We're just going to go straight to high. There wasn't much left on the control there. Well, the modern one likes the control. That didn't do anything except make the Palco quieter. Ugh. So, speed-wise, the Palco is faster than the regular Silverline, but not much faster. But definitely a more effective air mover. Yeah, for air movement, there's no competition. The Palco wins. Yeah, that's like closer to my platinum lines. That's a pretty powerful industrial. And since we're already at 8 minutes, here's spin down. This won't take as long as the last one. That Palco's shot bearings mean it has a pretty quick spin down for an industrial. So unless you're looking for something quiet, the Palco pretty much is a better industrial in nearly every category. The only problem here is if you wanted to use that in a public building, I personally would not want to use it because it is quite rare. Well, in my area, these things are basically hen's teeth. You don't find these. Whereas these, well, honestly, if not for Can-Arm, this would be the most common industrial in my area. Doesn't mean I don't love it, though. Yeah, I would be worried about using it because I wouldn't want it to burn out or anything. You can see it's stopping pretty sharply because of those shot bearings. I'm sure it's not too hard to replace fan bearings. I may look into that one day, but for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. The only experience I ever had with any kind of Palco was on the infamous Spiffy Newman's channel, where he was at that abandoned bar or restaurant, something like that, and he pulled a Palco orange line out of the place, along with, I don't know, some brass thing. And ever since I watched that, I knew I had to get my hands on one of those Palcos. I don't know what it was about it. Just maybe the design Maybe the orange line, who knows. Whatever it was, I knew I had to get my hands on one, and I didn't think it would be this one, but I'm certainly quite happy with it. I think that one I gave WeFire was in better condition than this one. I felt bad because when I got him a platinum line, one of the coils was burnt out in the motor, so there was just a flat spot when it would try to spin. So the fan is pretty much junk. Still getting a nice flash from the modern Silverline from the work light. And, well, it's taken longer to spin down than I thought it would. That's pretty good. It is still an all-steel ceiling fan, so that's probably why. And there it is. Well, and spin down, the modern fan wins. I mean, comparing the two performance-wise, it's not that drastic. Like, it's not, say, I don't know, a Hampton Bay versus a Hunter Original sort of drastic. But it is quite noticeable. The Palco, from where I'm sitting, the Palco definitely spreads the air better than this Silverline does. Direct breeze, they feel pretty much the same, though. But yeah, if I remember right, with my guesstimations, this is probably just meant to do the work of a classic Silverline, just with more efficiency than the older ones. All right, and now here's 0 to high. You'll see how much faster the Palco really is. Yeah, two 56-inch industrials, maybe 5 feet away from me, still make me quite uncomfortable. I've spaced them out, so I planned that I could hang at least 2 of them together like this. But even so. And that's about high for both of them. But yeah. So like I said, in the future, you can expect an individual video of just the Palco Silverline. I will be doing a separate video of that. I'm going to try to do it in the daytime, so I'm going to wait a day or two when I'm off. But yeah, in the meantime, there you have it. The Banvil Silverline and the Banvil Silverline. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.